TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company Limited, trading under the ticker TSM, is currently seeing a price of $292.19, reflecting a positive intraday movement of $4.08, which translates to a 1.42% gain for the day. This immediate snapshot of market activity, however, hardly scratches the surface of the complex dynamics at play for this semiconductor behemoth. While many investors see the seemingly endless demand for advanced chips as a straightforward bullish signal, the reality of TSM's position is far more nuanced, teetering on a delicate balance of immense opportunity and significant, often underappreciated risks. The prevailing expectation is that as the world's insatiable appetite for artificial intelligence, high-performance computing, and sophisticated consumer electronics grows, TSM, as the undisputed manufacturing leader, will inevitably ride this wave to ever-increasing profitability. This narrative is not wrong, but it is incomplete. The deeper reality involves navigating a treacherous landscape of geopolitical tensions, intense capital expenditure cycles, and the constant threat of technological disruption, all of which could dramatically alter the company's trajectory. Many individuals engaged in online investing, whether through platforms like Schwab Intelligent Portfolios, Fidelity, or Robinhood, are drawn to the apparent simplicity of TSM's story. They see a company at the heart of modern technology, a critical supplier to giants like Apple and Nvidia, and assume a smooth path forward. But to truly understand the investment potential, one must look beyond the headlines and examine the intricate interplay of forces shaping TSM's future. The recent stock movement has been nothing short of impressive, with TSM experiencing a surge of over 26% in the last month alone and a staggering 93% gain over the past 6 months. This powerful upward momentum has been fueled by a potent combination of factors. The insatiable demand for AI chips, for which TSM is the primary manufacturer, has created a powerful tailwind. Companies across various sectors are scrambling to secure the necessary hardware to power their AI ambitions, and TSM stands as the critical bottleneck in this supply chain. This has led to a string of earnings beats, with the company consistently exceeding analyst expectations. The trading volumes have also been noteworthy, indicating a high level of institutional interest. A closer look at the institutional ownership reveals a significant concentration of major players, with firms like Fidelity Management and Research (FMR LLC) holding substantial stakes. This institutional backing provides a degree of stability and confidence in the stock. However, it's also worth noting the recent activity among these large holders, with some increasing their positions while others have been trimming their stakes, suggesting a diversity of opinions on the stock's near-term prospects. For those considering an investment, platforms such as SoFi Invest and Interactive Brokers offer the tools to delve into this kind of detailed ownership data, which is crucial for making informed decisions. The broader semiconductor sector is currently experiencing a period of robust growth, with projections for 2025 pointing towards a new all-time high in global sales. This positive sentiment has undoubtedly contributed to the impressive performance of TSM stock. The rise of generative AI has been a particularly powerful catalyst, driving demand for the most advanced chips that only a handful of companies, with TSM at the forefront, can produce. However, the semiconductor industry is notoriously cyclical, and while the current outlook is rosy, investors must remain vigilant for any signs of a potential downturn. Macroeconomic factors, such as interest rates and inflation, can have a significant impact on the sector. A slowdown in global economic growth could lead to a decrease in demand for consumer electronics, which still represents a significant portion of TSM's revenue. Furthermore, the geopolitical landscape, particularly the ongoing tensions between the United States and China, casts a long shadow over the industry. TSM's operations are heavily concentrated in Taiwan, a region that remains a focal point of geopolitical friction. Any escalation of tensions in the region could have a devastating impact on TSM's ability to operate and could send shockwaves through the global technology supply chain. These are the kinds of risks that are often downplayed in the more simplistic narrative surrounding the company, but they are of paramount importance for any serious investor. At its core, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company operates on a pure-play foundry model, meaning it manufactures chips designed by other companies but does not design or sell its own branded chips. This model has allowed TSM to focus on what it does best, pushing the boundaries of semiconductor manufacturing technology. The company offers a wide range of process technologies, from mature nodes to the most advanced 3nm and 2nm processes. Its client list is a who's who of the technology world, including Apple, Nvidia, AMD, and Qualcomm. This deep integration into the supply chains of the world's leading technology companies gives TSM a significant competitive advantage. The company's business model is built on massive economies of scale and a relentless focus on research and development. TSM consistently invests billions of dollars in new fabrication plants and in developing the next generation of manufacturing processes. This high barrier to entry makes it incredibly difficult for competitors to challenge TSM's dominance, particularly in the most advanced process nodes. For individuals managing their own investments through a self-investing platform, understanding the nuances of this business model is key. It's not just about the demand for chips, it's about the intricate web of relationships, the technological leadership, and the immense capital investment that underpins TSM's success. Looking ahead, the future for TSM is a complex tapestry of both immense opportunities and significant challenges. The continued proliferation of AI, the rollout of 5G, and the growth of the Internet of Things all point to a sustained demand for advanced semiconductors. TSM is perfectly positioned to capitalize on these long-term trends. The company's technological roadmap is clear, with plans to introduce even more advanced manufacturing processes in the coming years. This will enable its customers to create even more powerful and energy-efficient chips, further cementing TSM's position as the industry leader. However, the path forward is not without its obstacles. The geopolitical risks remain a major concern, and any disruption to TSM's operations in Taiwan could have far-reaching consequences. The company is taking steps to mitigate this risk, with new fabs under construction in the United States and Japan. But these new facilities will take time to come online and will not be able to fully replace the capacity of its Taiwanese operations in the short term. Furthermore, the high cost of staying at the cutting edge of semiconductor manufacturing means that TSM must continue to invest heavily in research and development and in new fabs. This requires a significant amount of capital and carries the risk that a new technology could emerge that renders its current processes obsolete. How many shares of TSM do you currently hold? Comment below and share your thoughts on the company's future prospects. In conclusion, the narrative surrounding Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company is one of compelling contrasts. The expectation is of a company on an unstoppable upward trajectory, fueled by the relentless demand for the technologies that are shaping our future. The reality is a far more intricate picture, one that involves navigating a complex web of geopolitical risks, intense competition, and the ever-present threat of technological disruption. While the recent performance of TSM stock has been undoubtedly impressive, a prudent investor must look beyond the immediate gains and consider the long-term sustainability of its dominance. The company's technological leadership and its deep integration into the global technology supply chain provide a powerful foundation for future growth. However, the risks are real and should not be underestimated. For those who are willing to look beyond the surface-level narrative and engage in a deeper analysis, TSM presents a fascinating case study in the dynamics of the modern technology industry. The true test for investors will be their ability to weigh the immense potential against the significant challenges that lie ahead. The story of TSM is a reminder that in the world of investing, the reality is almost always more complex and more interesting than the prevailing expectation. For those utilizing online investment platforms from Schwab Intelligent Portfolios, Fidelity Investments, or even the Robinhood app, a thorough understanding of these dynamics is not just beneficial, it is essential for making sound investment decisions. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not financial or investment advice. Please analyze carefully and consult a professional before making any investment decisions. Disclaimer: this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not financial or investment advice. Please analyze carefully and consult a professional before making any investment decision.